What's up, Markerheads? It's Karen. Today I'm uploading a sketchbook video on Monday because I'm changing my schedule. I'm doing sketchbooks on Mondays and regular videos on Fridays, and no longer uploading on Wednesdays. If I mention Wednesday at any point in this video, it's because I recorded this before I changed my schedule, and I just wanted to make that clear right here at the beginning of the video. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the sketchbook. Thanks for watching.
What's up, Markerheads? It's Karen, and it's Wednesday, so it's time for another sketchbook. This is the sketchbook I started in 2011 in July, and this one is one I started right after I did some YouTube videos. I had done my first YouTube video and uploaded it in, I believe, in June, and so here I am. This is the sketchbook that I started right after I started doing YouTube. So there's a lot of stuff that I had in here, like ideas I could do, and a lot more Pokemon because I was really getting back into Pokemon by the time I was doing this, and not as much as the Zelda. There's some Zelda stuff in here, but not nearly as much as my sketchbook from 2009 to 2010. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get a look through here, and I hope you guys like it. And I'm gonna really try not to be long-winded. There's a lot of sketches in here that I like. And over here I've got my DS sticker. I kept it. I didn't want to get rid of it, but I also didn't want it on my DS anymore because I was afraid it was going to start coming apart. So I have it in my sketchbook. Right here is an Ivysaur. There are a lot of them in this sketchbook, so see if you can count them. Tell me how many you can find. So right off the bat, we've got some SpongeBob. Yeah. And let's see. I will show you this one. I'll show you a close-up of this Ivysaur because I'm really, every time I look at this sketchbook, it's one of the things that I like the most about it. Little mobster Ivysaur. These were ideas for stickers that I never really did because I don't own the copyright to these, so obviously I can't really reproduce them in mass quantities, so like putting them on Redbubble is kind of a risky move. Let's see here. Got these. These are some of my, this was one of my teams that I walked around with a lot. This is like, oh sorry, this is lore about my fantasy world that I used to write stories about. This is a really crude map, and then I was gonna do a better one, but I wound up just drawing an Ivysaur yawning while a fly flies into his mouth. And I wanted to figure out how to draw humans because I wanted to make a tutorial about it. It's like you gotta know what you're doing before you do a tutorial, so that's why I have a lot of these kind of sketches. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Yeah, I even made a title page, like that was gonna be a good idea or something, I don't know. I really like these style of faces, and I do like to draw people like this, but I don't always go to it. It's not like my go-to style, but it would be one that I would like to do more of in the future. So I'm really nervous about switching styles. I like this look a lot better. But I'm nervous about switching styles, partly because, one, I don't know how to draw adults like that look like this, but still fit in the style, and still look older. I also don't want to change style because I know that people know me for the way I draw, so I don't want to, like, turn people off of my art, and I know that's kind of silly because it's, like, a great way to limit yourself, so let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you guys struggle with that sometimes, too. See, these are all stories that I have, and these are all the bubbles have characters that are from those stories. Yeah, it's complicated. This is one of my favorite characters. His name's Kateo, and he is hard to draw. Every time I draw him, his head's way too big, so I don't know. I think probably because the first time I drew him, he was a chibi, and it's kind of hard to get away from that chibi proportion, especially when you're used to drawing him only in that style. So here he is again writing his Duquine. There's some more practicing human proportions. This is another one of my fantasy characters. Let's see. there he is again, and this is his younger sister, Karee. His name is Karu, but I think I changed his name to Kefti or something, so I don't know. Pokemon. There's a lot of Pokemon sketches in here. You saw this guy recently. I did a sketch of him holding a light bulb. Let's see here. Some braids practice. This little rabbit. Cute. Do a lot of drawing rabbits nowadays. Let's turn the page here, please. Oh, turn the page. Sorry. Alright, so right here I was kind of considering doing a My Little Pony drawing just because a lot of people really liked it, but I didn't really, I don't know, I liked the way I drew it, but I wasn't really into the show, and I didn't want to come off as fake and put up a video about something I didn't know anything about. Oh, and this is based on Bailey J's old channel. She used to have a channel called ZKittyZ, and I wanted to send her some art after I won one of her contests and got some stuff from her. So like this is some of the pencil that I won from her contest. I got some pencils from her and I did like swatches and was trying them out and stuff. And I was really grateful that she chose me as the winner, and so I really wanted to send her something in return. So you'll see, yeah, on this next page, I did a little sketch of this cat that she was riding on with a marker, and if you want to see the finished version of this, I don't have a video of it. I wish I had filmed, but I didn't. And she has it in her like workstation tour, I think, that she pans across it and you can see it, but I'm not sure. She doesn't like mention who it's from or anything, but if you go and look there, you'll see it. Let's see. There's a couple of her vlogs where she gets some of her art from fans and then puts it up, and then she says who it's from in that video. But I don't remember what that one's called, so I'm not going to be able to direct you to it. Let's see. I'm doing a lot of sketching. I thought this was so clever. Let's see. Mermaid. Oh, this is one of my favorite sketchbook pages. Let me get that back in there. This has a whole bunch of Oshawott. They're all the same Oshawott. It's my Oshawott named Ham. And the reason he's named Ham, by the way, I don't think I've told you about this before, but you've seen him in a few previous sketchbooks. The reason I named him that is because when I went to name him in the game, I wanted to name him Hamilton, and then I accidentally pressed enter and I only had the letters H, A, and M, and I didn't know how to change it, so his name stayed Ham. So here's a page where I'm trying to work out how my character Karee looks, and I settled on this. I think it's perfect because she's not like super super beautiful. She has a longish face, but I think she's really pretty in her own way. Like, I didn't want her to have that generic gorgeous hot girl type face. I wanted her to look kind of down to earth, so yeah. Munchlax! And then the version that I was going to make into a sticker is on the next page. I didn't color. Oh, I'm having trouble turning pages. There he is. There's another drawing. I was really into drawing frills and bows and then not liking the way it looked after. Let's see. Oh, I skipped a page. Here we go. I was having a really fun time exaggerating shapes of like characters and stuff like that, so this is one of my favorite pages in this sketchbook because of this little rabbit. Here's my friend, Erin. This is a Pikmin dog, and then these are Goyle Griffs. It's one of the creatures that inhabits my fantasy world that I used to write about a lot. And over here I did more exaggerating features, so obviously this is not based on anybody who's a real person or anything like that. I was just experimenting in my sketchbook. Anyway, I really like this cat. Oh, that's a really creepy looking cat. My sister drew this horse, and I think on the next page she drew on it as well. She drew this, and then this dog, and then I drew this. It's a picture of Tobuscus, and right here is this girl with a really pretty color scheme. I like this picture a lot. Some more Umbreon action. This right here, by the way, this is from a commission that I did. This is just 3 of, I think, 12 people that I drew for this this picture. Maybe it was 9. I don't know for sure. I think it was either 9 or 12 people, and it was a lot of work, and I priced the characters at like $2 a character or whatever. So I really undersold this because that many people, which I am not a big expert at drawing. I don't draw people very well, or at least I didn't draw people very well back then. So it was kind of something out of my comfort zone, especially with how many there were. I learned a lot from this commission. I really liked the person I worked with, and I thought that they were really excited about the whole project, which was good, and I was happy to work with them, but at the same time, what they wanted was more than I could handle, and I spent way more time on the image than I earned, I think. Like, I was paid around $25 for this project, and while I learned a lot from it, I also learned that I definitely should not ever undersell my work, even with something that I'm not very good at. You know, you shouldn't be charging yourself less than a minimum wage, or even less than $1 per hour, because that's kind of how it went for that picture. And I am in no way salty about the commissioner. I was unexperienced. It was my first commission. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just want to be here for you guys who want to start doing commissions and stuff like that, and let you know that it's really important to calculate how long it takes you to do something, and to limit yourself with character count if you can. Unless you like to do loads of characters, you might want to watch how many people your commissioner wants and all sorts of stuff like that. I think it's best when you're doing commissions to know what you can do so that you can do a good job. Like, you wouldn't sell a hamburger that you didn't know how to cook, that sort of thing. Like, you gotta know what you're doing before it's worth selling. So one, you gotta have the skills, and then also you need to be able to pay your bills. So you need to charge what your time is worth. I don't even know what's going on here. That's creeping me out. There's a Umbreon in a car. These are some of the bookmarks that Bailey made back when she had Zed Kitty Zed as her channel. I have a whole bunch of these because she sent them to me as a contest prize. I think I got a bunch of pins from that too that I still have. I was really proud that I won that contest, and I still am very happy that I did because it was a lot of fun. And I think I really counted as the beginning of my YouTube career. Like, I know I started YouTube before then, but it was one of the videos that I think really helped my channel in the beginning. I actually feel like I owe a lot. My channel owes a lot to Bailey because she has helped me in the past, and I do really appreciate it. So yeah, I've said that before, but sometimes I feel like it's important to say it again. Oh, I like this little drawing of Link as a girl. Let's see. Lots of Pokemon. Not much is different on this page. Well, here I am being mean to myself about drawing. Didn't do any sketching. I don't think I even had a pencil, so I don't know why I was mad at myself for not sketching. It's like, well, I didn't have anything. I started inking this. This is a picture of my friend. I wound up not wanting to ink it because I don't think that her body looked right. Like, it just looked like it was falling apart. I don't know. I tried to fill this page with Pokemon, and I was putting them in order so I could like keep track of how many I had in there, and I think I got up to Nidoqueen, and then that was the highest number I went to. This was for a Little Red Riding Hood type of story that I was writing about these two. This one is Little Red Riding Hood from the original story as a grown-up, and then this is her little sister, or I guess as a teenager, and then they find this boy in the woods. Wow, he mad. Okay, what else is in here? I think it's just a sketch of a cat. Then here's a picture of me in the snow. I think that I did this in 2012 because this was when I lived at a different place. Maybe it was in January the following year, actually. Let's see. These are little sketches of my own creature that I draw for my fantasy world. I haven't been doing a lot of it lately, and I would really, really like to do some finished artwork of this character. It's one of the ones that I've been drawing since I was very, very young, and it's really evolved a lot. For instance, these are some pages where I was really fleshing out its design and its different parts and how everything should look. So I really got to know my own character when I did this, and I really recommend that if you have your own characters to do this. This is kind of like a scientific description, like an encyclopedia entry of these creatures. So this is like what it looks like as a young adult, and then as a chick, and how they develop in the egg, and stuff like that. And this is like a nest made of mud with a couple eggs in it. And then this one, it describes like how they differ for their different environments. So like this one doesn't have wings on his legs because he is one that lives in the marshlands, so they swim, they don't fly. And then this is one that would live up in the mountains and has wings and stuff like that. And I really, really like these. They're really fancy looking. I even did like a bone structure. Oh, I was trying to do a gender bent version of Midna from Twilight Princess. You'll have to excuse me, my throat's getting kind of hoarse from talking. This picture, I like her, like she looks like she fell down and hit her face or something, but I like this sketch. This was supposed to be Flynn, excuse me. Flynn from Tangled, and then I drew Rapunzel and Maximus as well. Oh, here's some pictures. So this is a cheetah that I really, really like, and I drew its face twice because I really liked the way it had its face shape. And then I drew this fox with his head on upside down, which is kind of why I love this page, because it just looks so weird. Oh, there's gender bent Midna again, although he just kind of looks like if Midna had cut her hair like really short or something. He doesn't look that much different from her. Here is a Tropius. I almost called it Tropicana because that's what I name all of mine. That's a Tropicana, man. I did a couple sketches based on photos of water. So I really like drawing water. It's one of my favorite things to do. This was supposed to be a picture of my dad catching a fish, but I never finished it. These are some like character design for this chameleon story that I was working on. This is going to be a character that lived in the same world as my fantasy world, but her outfit is not on her. Oh, these are some of my favorite little creatures. I don't draw them very often, although I wish I did. This is Gangles. He's a creature that my husband described to me while I drew it, and he is basically like a cat with a giraffe body, and he's wearing goggles. Yeah. And he has dairy cow spots. And then this is just a dragon that I drew that has little like stumpy deer antlers and long ears, and he has stripes. He's so cute. I like him. And then this is a bumblebee cat. It's Bumblecat. Oh, I love this picture! This is one of my favorite sketches of Toothless. I wondered where this went. I was like, I knew I sketched a picture of Toothless catching a little ladybug, but I couldn't remember where it was, so I'm really glad I found this because I want to do a video of this picture. He probably wouldn't be catching a ladybug. It'd probably be something bigger, like a mouse or something. It's cute. I was trying to figure out, like, how to draw, like, a character in a mascot costume, I guess? I don't know. Oh, here's some more Pokemon sketches. And then I drew this Hoppip, and I saw this episode of Adventure Time right around the time that I was drawing in this sketchbook. The episode where there's a horse that keeps staring at Finn and Jake while they're trying to sleep. And it's just making this expression, and I loved it, and I just loved it so much that I put it on everything. I really like the Jigglypuff the best. He looks kind of like those googly-eyed goldfish. But I wanted to make stickers of these. I would really like to have a bunch of these all over the place. Just stickers everywhere, or buttons. I couldn't figure out how to do it for Brock, so I never finished his. And then I think that that's pretty much it. I really like this sketch of this girl, and I would like to be able to draw that again. But like I said, like I draw something I like, and then I can't draw it anymore, so style consistency is hard. These I didn't do pencil sketches before I outlined them. I just did them while I was in bed watching Futurama. And then this is a list of all the markers that I want, and all the marker refills that I needed at the time. Which actually I have almost all of these now, which is kind of nice. And then, oh look, I made little marker Totoros. Oh, aren't those so cute? It's not all my colors, but it was a fun way to swatch my colors rather than just doing blobs everywhere. But anyway, that was really fun. I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook video. I really love to do these sketchbook videos because sometimes I find stuff that I haven't seen in a long time, or I'm reminded of parts of my YouTube journey, or even just my art journey in general. So it's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys would like to see some different types of videos from me, I do upload other kinds of videos on Mondays and Fridays. And I really enjoy having you guys along for the ride. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.